What's up, my brothers from another mother? Got a requested video, a sponsor topic today from a gentleman that has some questions about navigating life now that he's divorced. Before we hop into it, the channel sponsor is a tactical soap company. Consider picking up some bars of soap. If you check out with coupon code Cooper with the link pinned in the description below, you'll get 10% off. It is Pheromone Infused soap. It's high quality stuff, and it comes from a company and a man, in my view and estimation, really values masculinity. That's why he supports the creation of content on this channel. Let's hop straight into it. This gentleman says, love the broadcast, skip the formalities, let's hop right into it. Love the directness, my friend, let's do it. I believe I'm a top 2% male. I've got a great career and income. I'm divorced, but have finally got through it, and I'm feeling good. See my daughter 3 nights a week. I'm a great dad. I've got my S together financially and mentally, 6 foot tall, in great shape, couple extra pounds, started working 2 to 3 times a week last year, and I changed my diet significantly. So I'm on the right path. Super active, was already in good shape, but I want to aim for perfection. I like a guy that chases excellence. I'd like to find a wife, primarily. Ooh, get the cringe, man. Guys that go through the divorce machine that want to get married right away, get the heebie-jeebies. I like to find a wife primarily for the consistent sex. There is no man, my friend, that you will find today that is married, or very few in my opinion, that will say that they get consistent sex and that's why you should marry. But I think that you should already know that if you've been married before. And to help around the house and help with my daughter, I'm also seriously considering having more kids. Plus, a companionship when you're old seems worth it. We'll come back to this one in a minute. I have no problem attracting women. I get plenty of sex from decent girls, and none of them seem like wife material. Some are materialistic, some are on antidepressants, some are too career-driven, and some seem just too psycho. I refuse to date old or fat chicks. I prefer girls in their 20s or early 30s. The higher quality young girls seem to aim for younger guys. Okay. I know a few guys similar to me that have had success, so marrying young foreign brides. Oh, here we go. Another young foreign bride story. Last year, a light bulb went off in my head and I should try the same thing. So last August, I went online, met a nice, young, seemingly conservative Vietnamese girl, flew out to her. A month later, it went well. Kept in touch, flew back 4 months later. We still chat every day, and I'm considering sponsor her for a fiance visa. Interesting. I didn't know they had fiance visas. Is that what they call them? She's a young, simple girl, but she checks most of my boxes. Isn't materialistic, just wants to stay at home, no career ambitions, but she's educated. She definitely isn't perfect, but seems to fit me better than what I'm finding here. She's agreed to a prenup. She's 24, and I'm 45. Am I crazy? Any experience with the situation? What are your thoughts? All right. I'll put some cards up on the top right. You might see a few, pop up that will be similar types of videos like this because I've hit on this topic before. The grass is not greener on the other side of the fence. It is greener where you water it, okay, where you're paying attention to it. In my view, in my estimation, if you're going to wife up a foreign bride, if you want to find a foreign woman because you think the local wife stock is not quality enough for you, or there's not a sufficient available bride count that is to your liking. My view on it is if you're going to do that, go there and live there with her. But when you bring them back here, most men that I've spoken to, I know you mentioned in your request that you have some friends that have had some success. I'll be interested to hear how long they've been successful or if it's only been a few months. But most guys that have gone through this experience, in my estimation, end up regretting it immensely. Because what ends up happening is they just become westernized when they arrive here. Within usually a few years, you can expect them to take on a good portion of Western feminist, toxic feminist values. So just be aware of that. I mean, be careful. I know that you're saying that you're seriously considering having more kids. You're obviously going to need a mother for that. I mean, you're not going to do that on your own. So you need to go through the vetting process. One thing I definitely recommend you do is read Dr. Sean Smith's, let me just move my finger so you can see the name, Sean T. Smith, Tactical Guide to Women, whatever you want to call it. Probably one of the most useful handbooks you can go through if you're going to go through what I believe is the insanity of marriage in today's world. I don't condone marriage. And it's not that I'm opposed to engaging with women. What I'm opposed to is living in a way that allows the state to decide what happens to your money and what your access to your kids is going to look like if things don't work out. And it also incentivizes women on the tail end of things, on the divorce component, not to behave very well on the exit. These are just realities. These are facts. I've talked about these a number of times. It shouldn't be foreign or new to you. I shouldn't be preaching something new. You're like, I've never heard that one before, Rich, if you've watched my channel, which I assume you have because you sponsored this video. In my estimation, I don't know where you live in the world. Did you say exactly where you live? Let me just go back up here. Good shape. I feel like it was the UK for some reason. No. So you don't say where you live in the world. I'm just going to assume it's the West because of your language skills. You have the opportunity to bring an Asian girl. See, sometimes I wonder if you guys are asking for permission, you know, and if you're truly a man that's going your own way, if you're truly a man that's making yourself your own mental point of origin, if you're trying to make yourself great, you won't consider ideas that don't serve that mission, that value, that purpose, chasing your excellence. And you're going to be the one that's going to be in the best position to make the call on this. I can only tell you, from my experience, I think it's a bad idea. You're probably better off finding someone locally that has more in common with you than an Asian woman that you have to import to where you live. Quite often, one of the things that I've heard from guys is if you do that, you're going to be financially responsible for her and her family. So I don't know if they had that conversation with you yet, or maybe she comes from a well-off family. I don't know. But typically, if she's on some, bride-to-be, find-a-wife Asian website, it's because they're not from a wealthy family, and they're looking for what men bring to the table, which is the fact that men are success objects and women are beauty objects. Again, men trade their success for women's beauty. That's typically how it works. So there's going to have to be some exchange or somewhere. There's no free lunch. I'd be surprised if there was. So if there's something else that I've missed, you guys have some experiences on, leave a comment below. I'm going to make sure that I put the cards up on the top right. So definitely watch those other videos because there's been similar requests. And there was even one guy that shared a very distinct experience that I think was trying to import a woman to Australia from Eastern Europe. So those cards are there. Check them out. Leave a comment below, guys, if you have some added feedback for this gentleman. Also, if you're interested, my men's community is open, entrepreneursincars.com/community for $25 a month. You get access to all my premium content, a library of premium videos in there, and exclusive access to events and hangouts that we do on there, learning on topics and ideas. All right, that's it. We're done for today. We're done. Peace.